Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. A video today about Dragunov, and the reason why I wanted to do a video about Dragunov is that I didn't know anything about this matchup. Well, actually I knew something, that you need to sidestep left to avoid the wall running 2 pressure, and we'll see that at the very beginning. So here were the pokes, and immediately sidestepping left to avoid this pressure, and he saw me and immediately launches me. It's a message from him: don't sidestep left, I want to use my wall running 2. So now the Okizeme, the wall pressure, the pokes, I can finally get rid of that. Now it's my turn. Ah, the whiff, he got me. Not only he punished it well, but he went down very quickly when he saw the sidestep 3. So it's a fair 1-0 now, starting again, and immediately does something that was launch punishable, but I didn't know that, we will see it afterward. I'm very lucky here because it has a very good left tracking, so it's a distance that basically saved me. Now I can try to reach the wall, but it's still a bit too far. I'm missing my shoulder, he couldn't have lunge punished me for that. He has a frame advantage. This is block punishable, but I didn't know it. I have a very big life advantage now, so I'm going for the pokes to try to close this round. The pushback of while standing for creating space for a whiff, and I can punish it. It was a bit late to call it a whiff punish, but still it's 1-1. And again a good start from him. Now the Okizeme, the pressure. Big whiff from me, but he didn't punish that. So we're still a good distance. Big whiff from him. I tried to punish that, but I failed. It was too late again. And so he can launch me. Now the Okizeme works for me. Okizeme again and works for me again, bringing him to the wall. Now he has the wall pressure, and the low goes through, and the low again, and the low again, now the mid, and it worked. It's never good to be back to wall against Ling Xiaoyu. And now the round 4, he's starting with 2 lows. I guess he was pissed off with all my lows before. Big whiff, punishing it with sidestep 3. I think he could have blocked that. Always need to be very careful when using sidestep 3 as a whiff punish. Now he's close to the wall pressure, and I got him. This juggle is supposed to make him go away from the wall, but unfortunately the map is not a square, so it didn't work, and now he has the advantage on me while running 2 that I cannot step, but I can break this through. We are back in neutral. I got the counter hit, and this is enough to close this first match. The first thing I want to say when I see this match again is that we can clearly see how complicated it is to use this wall bounce feature, because not only you need to be close enough to the wall, but on top of that, depending on the shape of the map, depending on the angle between you and your opponent and the angle with the map, you will have always different combos or juggles that you will need to use. It's very complicated to assess quickly what you need to do. Also, you saw that I did not block punished or ducked any move that was therefore punishable, but still it was a straight win. So keep in mind, when you don't know matchup, it's not really a big deal, just try to assess the rhythm of your opponent. Try to keep a comfortable distance so that you can whiff punish, and if you do not allow your opponent to get easy points with grabs for example, and if you take full advantage of situations such as wall, then you should be good. We will review at the end of the video how to punish everything he has been using, but so far we go for the second match. And here we go. And he starts immediately with low pokes. I stop him and then he finally goes away. I'm always stepping left, trying to grab him, but it didn't work. I finally attack him because he wasn't moving that much. Now trying to do a proper wall carry, but it failed. The Okizeme, it worked very well. Now with the wall, unfortunately I cannot get that much damages, but still, it's a very strong lead, and here you can see that he has a very good reflex. But it didn't work out for him, it wasn't a good command actually, we will see that just afterward. Here it touches me, so he has a frame advantage, but he's quite fast, so I'm trying to interrupt him with back 4-4, which is very fast. It didn't work out. Here he played very well with the distance, and he made a good duck. That's a very good start for him. He can try to reach the wall, but it's a bit far. The wall running too, that I cannot step. The grab, again, it's a no. When you say no to a grab, it's very common to see your opponent doing a jab afterwards, so I wanted to launch him with AOP up forward 3. I did a misinput, but still I got the launcher afterward. So now I'm aiming at the wall, but it will be a bit far, so I will go instead for the Okizeme. It worked, he shouldn't have dug that. I have a very strong lead now, he's almost dead. I tried the Okizeme again to close it, but he did a nice duck, and that's a nice launcher for him. He has a rage, he didn't use it, that's a mistake from him. We are back in neutral, and I'm basically waiting for him because he has his rage, he has Dragunov, he has all reasons to attack now. so I could see him coming and I could intercept him. And finally the round 3, it's a very strong lead, 2-0 already, goes for the pokes. I'm checking him again, I'm trying to intercept him but I whiffed, didn't finish. I'm trying to get in the same way with a hop kick but this time it didn't work. Now I have finally a launcher. It's too far to reach the wall, I will try a reset but I did a misinput. Now I'm going for the pokes and that's a very nice way to intercept my pokes. Now it is his turn. Finally I ducked something but this is not the good way to punish it. I'm really relying on AOP to be able to close the third round. The angle will not allow me to close it yet. Now I'm going for the cancel again, it did not interrupt me this time. I keep a frame advantage and I can close it with a low. It was really messy in the end of this round. And you'll see that I will now check his rank, because by being capable of interrupting my pokes and my cancels, he's giving me troubles to assess how I should play. That's why I was relying a lot on AOP in the end, and that's why I was messy. If we start to sum it up, he already said no to the seeable low, he also said no to any string with a high. Now he's interrupting my pokes and my cancels, so I'm seriously adopting and I'm actually winning 3-0, but thanks to good reads and AOP, I'm not comfortable anymore. And here we go for the third match. Trying to poke, keeping distance. A whiff, I guess he anticipated that I would whiff punish with sidestepping 3 and that's why he went for this string, which worked very well, but I'm now very uncomfortable, he's reading me. Hopefully he drops the juggle, now I'm going for a grab and he saw it coming. I can make him whiff but I cannot punish him, instead it's him punishing me. This wasn't guaranteed, but it was very well played actually. Now the curly roll that is evasive, I'm very lucky here, and look at that, the parry after while running 3, it's very well played. We will see why and how to deal with it afterward, but so far he is even capable of seeing the low coming, and even my Okizeme. The match totally changed, I almost didn't touch him. I'm in big troubles now, round 2 going, immediately got small pokes, now while running 2, I'm not moving anymore. Big whiff, he didn't punish it properly so I can get something, but he can see the low coming again. Now I have to get up, I didn't know that string and that's why he got me. Now I'm against the wall, it will be complicated. He has the frame advantage, I cannot move, each time I'm moving it touches me. I can do nothing basically, he has a complete read on me, complete read. So I'll try to completely change my way of playing, and I will try to take full advantage of the RGS stance. With a good read again, I can see him coming. Now the pokes, he was hoping for a low, but the low is not coming. I'm just moving around, keeping him under pressure, but he got rid of it very quickly. He has a full juggle, it's not a lot of damages still. I have a life advantage, I can make him whiff, but I cannot punish it properly. So now he won't be scared to be using his wild running 2 anymore, and he can launch me afterward. He has now the advantage, he's keeping me under pressure, staying close to me, trying to poke me. I saw it coming, and this is not the good finish. I should have done AOP up forward 3, and the round would have been for me. I'm now getting away from the wall on my left so that I have room when he will be coming to try to evade his wall running 2 if he's using it, and he will. Here again, whiff, not a proper finish, he gets the damages. He has moved forwards and sidestep, it's a nice movement that misled me. And you can close it with a low that I didn't see coming at all. It's really fun in this game how things can move from one way to another. It's a 3-0 for him that follow a 3-0 for me. Round 1. And we go directly to the fourth match. He's starting with a grab, it was unexpected and that's well played. Now we have to be careful when I get up. I can see him coming and I intercepted him with a down forward 2-1 instead of going for a side step this time. I tried to use again while running 3 but he saw me coming, nice step from him again. I'm trying to poke but it's getting more and more complicated now. He could launch me, that's well played. He couldn't get a proper wall splat but still I'm under pressure now. I could intercept him and get some damages. I'm way more aggressive than in previous rounds. While running 3 again, he wanted to parry but it didn't work. I'm going for the pokes but it's hopeless, now the Okizeme and I can close it with a low. It was very close. Now the second round. He's starting again with a low, then zoning immediately. I can whiff punishing this time with sidestep 3. The wall will be too far, but I will try to keep him under pressure against the wall. But that's a very nice parry again. Now the Okizeme got me. Not this time. He could avoid me by rolling left, but I could see the low coming, the pokes, and of course he intercepted me again. the AOP to get rid of his pressure, and I can close this round. It's now 2-0. Here we go for the third round. And immediately I get a counter-hit launcher. That's a very good start. I cannot reach the wall unfortunately, but still he's very close. I'm trying to get the wall bounce, but here again it didn't work. So complicated to get this feature working. From one thing to another I end up launched, and he's now getting full advantage of that. I'm on the ground. I can finally get up. I'm still under pressure. Here I see that he blocks, so I go for the cancel, and he didn't move at all. For once he didn't intercept me. I could grab him. I will go back in AOP immediately, and this time I will not go for the cancel but for 2-1. I was pretty sure he tried to intercept me this time. It was not enough to close it. The poke that whiffs. There's now a possibility to come back. My mind is already set. I'm waiting for him so that I can use my power crush, and it worked very well. So it's 3-0. Nice read. I hope that all these comments will help you to understand the choices that were made. Now we'll go for the review of the different attacks that my opponent has been using and how to punish them. I think it's fair to say that it's a proper top 15 move that you would like to be able to punish when you play against a Dragunov. But if you want to know how to punish all the moves of Dragunov that are punishable, then you can check in the description. There is a link to a video of Spacey Crystal. So it's a full punish for Dragunov, and also here we will review some specificities like this parry and how you can deal with it if your opponent is using it after wall running 3, for example. And also how you can deal with this down forward 2, which can be very tricky and very annoying, especially when you back turn and when you're doing cancels. But we'll start with the parry, and it's not something specific to Dragunov. Actually, many characters have parries, and it was very smart the way he was using it, which means that when you are using wall running 3, you have a frame advantage, and your opponent might not want to press any button, except for a parry, which is only a few frames and that he can do before you hit. And if you do not know how to deal with it, actually you lose the frame advantage, because you will not want to press any button after wall running 3 anymore, or maybe only a low. So actually what I advise you to do, if you believe that your opponent will use a parry, is that. So with the full string it's more than 100 damage is guaranteed, and I guess your opponent will not be willing to use this parry anymore, so you will keep your frame advantage, at least psychologically. Now the down forward 2, so we saw that it can be very annoying. Many characters have a down forward 2 as well. Some of them are launch punishable like Jack, some of them are not punishable on block like Bob. The one of Dragunov is punishable with the shoulder, so the best solution in that case is to basically turn back and block punish it. This would work as well for the cancels if your opponent tried to react to the cancel. However, if your opponent is anticipating your cancel, then he might be able to launch you, and that's why you might want to go for the full string instead. Now regarding the punishes, you have his power crush, which is 1+2, which is launch punishable with 3. You also have QCF2 that you can launch punish with 3 as well. We also saw down back 2-1-2, which is a string that you should know for at least 2 reasons. First, you can launch punish it, and the second reason is that your opponent can delay it, so you should always train for it both ways, with and without the delay. Now that you can punish with the shoulder, we saw down forward 2 as well as while standing 2. Another thing that you might want to know is a down +4 mix-up, so it can be down +4 1, down +4 1 3, down +4 4, but any of these can be beaten by AOP up forward 3. Another important move that you might want to know how to deal with is 3-1-2, so you need to duck and to launch with while standing 2 if your opponent goes for the full string. If he doesn't go for the full string, it will only get a hit. You need to be very fast, so you really need to train for that. Now we'll review some additional moves that you should definitely know, like down back 3, so it will be more or less the top 15 moves that you should learn from this video. There is also back 4-3 that you need to duck and that you can launch. And finally back 1-2 that you can block punish with the shoulder. That's it for today's video. I hope that all this information will be useful. In that case, do not hesitate to like, share and subscribe, and I will see you around for some more Ling videos.